What's going on, everybody? Goose out of 13th here with the new suit for GBO2 on console. We have the mass production type new Gundam, or we're just going to call it the MP new, to be honest. But a 600 general suit with space preference and melee priority 2. A little bit surprised that it went this low, but it should be noted that this is actually the Incom version. Let me look at something too. So this is just from an MMSV. Okay. Which does mean that there is another version of this suit that does have the fin funnels. I wonder if they're going to put that at 650 because it would technically have a different setup from here. But that is for then. Let's stay in the now. We have the mass production because, of course, this can't use the same gun. It's got its own mass production version of this. It has its own version of the Saber. No alt weapons for either of these. No bazooka because it actually has the bazooka as a sub weapon. I think this is the first new Gundam to actually had this going on. Pretty neat. Overall, so we got 600 for this. The heat rate 13, range of 300. Overheat is 18 seconds. 2500 on the Saber. The Vulcan cannons, not too bad with the accumulation. 65 power with the ammo of 60 and 135 for the range. Reload of 15. You're gonna see this pretty consistently across the board. The reloads on these are rough, but beam cannon times 2. This is a commit stance stun. We have the mass production version of the Zook. Not bad. Incom units times 4. This is the only thing involving the incoms at all. And it does have, as you can see here, an overheat time of 22 seconds. While still only rocking really a workable range of 250 meters. And then it has this weird thing where they just kind of put like a commander beam rifle in the arm and just made it look like a fucking arm cannon, I guess. A little weird. Arm attached beam spray gun. Decent accumulation, heat rate of 30% per shot, and 650 for the power, with a 250 range as well. So overall, as you're seeing, pretty stacked. Got a lot of stuff on it. One thing that I think it's missing, which supposedly it can use, is a shield, which would have given it another stun as well as missiles. Obviously, that would have made it go over in terms of the shortcuts. But I think even if they just got rid of the secondary beam and just let it have the shield missiles, that would have been nice. Some low impact splash damage, especially when you're dealing with infantry, because wasting it on the incoms when it takes that long to reload sucks. But we can bitch about all that stuff later. Meanwhile, let us get into the usual stuff for these stats and skills. So going down the line here for the stats, we got 21k health, ballistic resistance is 20, beam resistance is 23, melee resistance is 23, range strength is 31, melee strength is 29, movement speed is 135, top speed of only 210, thruster gauge of 70, and turning speed of 72. Going on to power slots, we have 15, 18, 11 for close, medium, and long. We already covered the other stuff here, so going on into the skills, we have Leg Shock Absorber 3, Emergency Evasion System level 2, so you get two rolls right out of that. Flight Control Program level 2 as well. High Performance Balancer level 1, High Spec Ambec level 2. Force Injector level 2, Melee Combo Controller level 1, High Performance Radar level 1, Special Back Add-on Buffer level 3, so you do get the 30% on those at least. Psycho Frame Resonance, which I honestly wasn't expecting to get. A little bit interesting that we do. And then we get Maneuver Armor at the very bottom, which, you know, thank goodness. Backing up a little bit, we will look at the, not the explanation, oh my lord, enhancement list here. So propellant tank plus 1 of thrusters. Complex expansion slot actually coming in at the second one since this is a 2-star suit. We get an extra bit of range for this and anti-beam for the last one before we had to go into the unlocks, which gives us plus 5 for the first one for thrusters and plus 4 to range for the last one. So overall, kind of neat. Like I said, I didn't expect it to be down this low, but it does kind of depend on what they do. We actually have a fair amount of other news that they can include, including the fin funnel version of this one, so we'll see what happens. But for now, let us drop this bad boy into practice. We'll run around with it and show it off before we get into our match here that we recorded. Okay, so in general, 2 bursts with that. It does do think it's a 4-round burst for that, and it cut off there, as you can see. Cannon is also a stun. The rocket launcher, I will say, that's a very long wait time to try to get that stun. I don't particularly like that. But the incoms do have enough accumulation and last long enough to pretty reliably get that stun. 3 shots for the stun for the little beam spray arm thingy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 or so for the Vulcans to stun. So overall, not bad. I'm not gonna hit that guy. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say, but it is it's just like the regular new, with the full charge just being an instant stun with a really fat beam that does not really, as you can see, encompass too much. You're gonna have a lot of situations where you think you're gonna be on it. It's gonna pretty much engulf the thing's shoulders and head, but because it wasn't spot on, it's not gonna hit anything. So don't go by the size of the beam. Just go by where your shit is, and just hope for the best. Outside of all that, you got a slight advance and a 2-swing downswing with that. I'm gonna be real with you, it's got a really wide neutral that does not have a lot of front reach. There have been several instances of me running around with this thing already trying to catch somebody with that, and it just coming up short, and it really upsets me. Like, oh god, it's not great. But in general, some of the bigger takeaways that people have been having with this already is that it is notably not fast. And although it does have a lot of weapons and stuff, some of the gaps in the way that it reloads and some of the ready up times, like on that bazooka and a couple other things, makes the order a little bit rough and a little bit more inflexible compared to other suits at this cost. Because you have to remember, we had the Aksha here. We had the MP Double Zeta, which has 2 much faster instant stuns into a really big missile salvo. This suit in particular, as you can even see there when you're just kind of like tensely waiting for these things to line up and be able to fire, if you're too far, there's a lot of chance that you're gonna miss out on bits of damage if you don't either have your ordering right, or if it just takes too long for certain things to reach the target. That being said, a decent amount of accumulation on the base. Nothing insane. Probably not gonna go above and beyond. And I kind of wonder, because I've been in like several matches at this point where, you know, obviously everyone's trying a new suit, but it's the entire front line is nothing but MP news. And one in particular that is not the match that we are using for the recording was actually one that we did on City Ruins, where we were just fighting a lot of the usual 600 crew, and we just had like no amount of presence or suppressing, and they were just kind of running us down with the typical quick stuns and melees and stuff, and we just, it really felt like for the most part we had no answer just because of the way some of these weapons work out in tandem with each other, or just don't work in tandem with each other at all. But as you can see, it takes a fair bit of work to even get a kind of a good chunk out of this. Not bad, but not great. And as a MP suit, that seems to be kind of the reoccurring thing with this. It is nice that it has a sensor with the resonance. It does have a get out of jail free card. And in general, once you do get some of those other some stun and weapon rotations down pat, you can hold somebody still as long as you catch them lacking enough. But we do have a match in here. I'm gonna be real with you, it was a pain in the ass to get a decent round in this, and even the one that we got, we did not beat our rival. It was a clusterfuck. I know part of it can be attributed to like banner drop night, but this suit compared to the stuff that I usually run, it's not bad, but it's definitely something that takes a little bit of getting used to, despite some of the, you know, utility knife-esque stuff that it has with just the sheer amount of kit that it has. But we're gonna put that match right around here. I do kind of wonder though. It feels like it has
team, prepare for launch.
A decent amount of stuff to throw out. I don't know if it has the right amount of like pressure or output. To have a completely unique bazooka. The one which blesses is not to be separated at birth. Oh my lord. The crazy thing here is that it's just as a sub Gundam. Like, it's not even because they're gonna make you spin, like, for a whole thing to get it or something like that.
Beacon captured. The enemy has captured a beacon.
Oh boy. Ooh, that was not supposed to be a roll. What the hell?
Sniper unit reported. Raid types, go get them.
There's something over there, but I don't think it's really any of my business.
An allied unit's been destroyed. Minor damage detected.
You got to roll out of that. Like, what the fuck?
Enemy mobile suit destroyed. I'm reading significant damage. Your mobile suit is toast. Eject if you can. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Why did I still get hit? Why was it me?
Your mobile suit has been destroyed. An allied unit's been destroyed.
He's a redheaded stepchild that may or may not exist. Oh god.
Pick where and how.
So it's crazy to think that we still had the heavy weapon system.
An allied unit's been destroyed.
Which I think is technically different from whatever FA version they made. I think there's two versions of that, essentially. And then there's the fucking double fin. And then technically there's the fin funnel version of this thing, too. Like, if they really had a good and healthy dose of audacity, they actually could try to include all those.
Supporting fire incoming.
God damn,
Target
dude.
area. You're in danger there. The enemy has captured a beacon.
Oh my lord.
An allied unit's been destroyed. Long-range supporting fire incoming. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Supporting fire's all done. The supporting fire did some work. This might be a good time. Your mobile suit is toast. Eject if you...
Both of us fucking censored at once. Oh my lord.
has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Your mobile suit has been destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Okay, what actually killed them then? Something else has to turn around, but even so.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile
Cringe.
suit. Supporting fire incoming.
We still got a lot of time too. Oh, where is that? That's at sea. Go
Welcome.
Grady. Go Grady.
Beacon captured.
Did he kill him? To be honest, for situations like this, I wouldn't mind having the, I want the shield on this thing. It's a little bit weird that it just doesn't have the shield, even though it's something that it supposedly does have on its list of things to use.
detected. No impact on combat yet. Enemy mobile suit destroyed. We've got the advantage, huh? An allied unit's been destroyed.
I was like, what's shooting at me? It was a fucking Wappa.
An allied unit's been destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. 2 minutes remaining. Bases are now more valuable for this mission. Beacon captured. Unit's been destroyed.
I don't know how you would double down when you already have incons on you. Like, what the hell? Really, it's that fast?
You
Like,
got
fuck.
this in the bag. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. I'm reading
Oh, my
significant
lord.
damage. Take defensive action. An allied unit's been destroyed. An allied unit's been destroyed. Your mobile suit is toast. Eject if you can. An allied unit's been destroyed.
Oh, whoa. What were those hits? That was weird.
Mobile suit.
Huh? Just projecting energy over there. Unless that was for accidentally hitting us. But no, he's over there. I don't know.
Time has run out. Nice work out there. We won.
That's a weird match. Got assist, but not much else. Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's not that it can't do it, but it doesn't really feel like it's gonna replace too much for me.
Here are this battle's rewards.
At least not until they speed up some of the reloads and ready ups on those. But there does seem to be an order. Like, the Zook is really slow. It's already up. You can pretty much just do that in the cannon, I guess. I think the only thing that sucks about that is that it would be nice if you could just start with the rifle because of the charge shot and then go into that. But technically you just do that into the cannon maybe more often than anything else. Maybe use the incoms to make them move so you can get the Zook ready. Otherwise you have to lead with it compared to the other stuff. That was our match in the MP new. Definitely, as you saw with us getting top assists here, that is indeed a big assist machine. It just always kind of has something to throw out, but it doesn't always have something big to throw out. And because of the fact that some of these things take almost their entire like amount to get a stun or a decent accumulation, it's a little bit hard to do some of the heat management necessary, especially when your other stun that's fast for the ready up requires you to go into a commit stance, and the other one has a really slow ready up. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think this should have a little bit less heat usage for the beam spray gun, and it should fire a little bit faster. Especially when you're talking about stuff having upwards to damage control level 3, and DC in general being very common at this cost and beyond. It does kind of make me wonder how it's gonna fare, because keep in mind, we just had another 600. There's so much other stuff at this cost range, and it's living it up. And heaven forbid when this actually gets a level 2, some of the other 3-star stuff that it's gonna have to deal with, including, you know, the 3A and stuff like it's gonna be rough for this thing. I don't know how much that's gonna actually fare when we get to that rate, but for now, not an awful choice. I don't think that it's gonna be super prominent after its initial honeymoon period for the banner, but I don't think it's going to disappear entirely. It is the MP new. A lot of people have been waiting for this suit. It does have a lot of stuff going for it in just terms of sheer volume of fire and things that are going on. I just think that some of its stuff needs to be sped up. I think it needs to be a little bit faster with its boost. And maybe once they do like the first unit adjustment or something for this, we'll see it be in a bit of a better place. But those are my initial opinions and thoughts for the MP new here on the console. And over on PC, we do have the Akai TVs being released. So good luck if you're spending on those. Good luck if you're also trying to get this. And until next time, this is Gustav the 13th. I'll talk to you guys later.